for the first one in a whole series that I am doing on independent authors. I'm going to be telling you all about one special book today that is very different to the types of books I normally read and that I'm excited to share with you. Hi, for anyone who's new here, I'm Steffi from Books That Teach Us. I read books and I share what we learned about them. This is the first in my independent author spotlight, where I will read books by independent authors and share about those books and to encourage you to read perhaps outside the realm of what you usually read. I don't know much about the publishing world, but I imagine it is pretty hard to get published. So this is a whole series of videos on independently published authors like Antonio Galarza. And I read his book, Devour Me Divine. Now, this book, considering I normally read like quite a lot of heavy historical fiction, this was totally something different and I really enjoyed it. It is a supernatural story, which has a mystery element to it. There are supernatural forces and beings that are in this novel, and it's just a really enjoyable read. It took me a little bit of time to get into it at first, I think because it's something so different to what I'm used to reading. And there's quite a few questions I had at the beginning, like there's references to some dark things that happened in the main character's past that then become revealed to you later on in the book. And then when there was this supernatural being in the book, it suddenly threw me a bit. And then actually I got really into it. And then I started gathering pace and reading it faster and faster. So the main character, this is a spoiler-free review, by the way. The main character is a human being, but comes across some supernatural beings, and he's kind of like a vigilante with justice. He goes around taking justice into his own hands, and there's a few things with criminality, with detectives and police officers, and it all concerns around his hometown where there are the case of some missing children. And I'm not going to give any more spoilers than that. But then he meets and starts to have feelings for one of the supernatural beings in this story. This isn't the first book by Antonio Galarza, so I'm going to share a link below for his other books that you want to check out. But you can buy this book, Devour Me Divine, on Amazon, both on Kindle, and you can get a hard copy as well if you so wish. I think it's wonderful to support independent authors. A little bit about the author. He lives in Wisconsin now and was inspired by the stories of Alice in Wonderland for this book, which I totally got that falling down the rabbit hole thing, and that you just have to go along with whatever kind of crazy things come up in the story. There was also really interesting, he shared with me about clowns and this weird thing, and I think lots of people are quite freaked out by clowns, right? Like, why do we have them at children's parties? I have a lot of questions about whoever started this, but it is that crazy menacing idea that runs like a thread through this book. And there were a couple of twists that I did not see coming, and I really liked how the main character, far from kind of just being the hero, was quite like a flawed main character, which I think is really important, that we can kind of see people and their motivations and why they might do certain things that they're doing. And then there's this quite almost sweet romance between two of the characters in it. I won't say any more because of spoilers. And this genuine way that kindness can help people at the same time as being a dark thriller situation. And I just really enjoyed it. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit different to what you've normally been reading, then I definitely recommend checking out Devour Me Divine. Just to let you know, if you are an independent author or someone that you know and you're interested in a booktube feature on my channel, Books That Teach Us, you can check it out. All the details in my link below as well. Thank you for listening.